Greetings, Twain Harte Bible Church family. It is Wednesday, May 27th, and you have probably heard in the recent days that our governor has given churches the freedom to meet together again. And on first pass, that sounds exciting and encouraging, and certainly we're moving in the right direction. But when you begin to look at the fine print and see the details, there are still significant restrictions on gatherings and a fairly complex set of guidelines and protocols that need to be followed. So it's not as simple as us being able to meet immediately again as a church. As elders, we spent a good deal of time yesterday in prayer and discussion and reading all the fine print of all of and there is a lot of it, all of the protocols and all of the guidelines that are given to us. And there's kind of three questions that one might ask. First of all, may we open? And the answer to that is yes. Now we've been given permission to open. Yes, we may open. Secondly, can we open? And the answer to that, for this Sunday, probably the answer is no. We probably couldn't get all of the protocols and guidelines in place for this Sunday. But not to mention, we would have to restrict the number of people that could come. In other words, we want you to come to church, but not all of you. Some of you have to stay away. We might have to turn people away. That didn't feel good to us. Which brings us to the third question, should we open? Should we open? Now, you know from our recent communications that our hope was to meet together in small groups first, and then to move to meeting together outside. It almost looked like we were going to be able to meet together now as a whole church outside. We certainly thought that the restrictions and regulations for meeting outside would be fewer. Apparently, good common sense isn't a part of the factor in making these decisions. For the restrictions on the size of groups are the same for inside a building as they are for our entire 19-acre property. Who would have thunk it? Anyway, since those restrictions are in place, we felt that it wouldn't be best for us to start in a full church service, but rather to start with our small groups gathering again, which, by the way, was our intention all along. And so our belief is this. We think we can get all the protocols and procedures and guidelines in place and ready in order for us to start Monday night with our small groups again. And so some of your small groups probably have already been in contact with you. Some of your leaders, we've contacted them all, and we're hoping that the small groups will meet during the week at the church property. Small groups have not been given permission to meet at home. At the church property will require supervision, and we'll be there. Elders or staff members will be there to help guide and direct. Of course, there's all sorts of cleaning and disinfecting protocols. We're going to follow all those the best that we can and get rolling here again if possible. But we don't want you to feel pressured. Certainly, we encourage you and we strongly recommend to join in with your small group. We're going to do our best to make it safe and make you feel comfortable there when you're there. But if you don't feel comfortable yet to join in, then your conscience will have to be your guide. You're going to have to determine that for yourself. So if you're in a small group, contact your small group leaders, and hopefully your group will be gathering together again in this coming week. If you're not in a small group, then we encourage you to join up for a small group. That would be wonderful. And the way you do that is simply by clicking on the link in the description down below if you're seeing this on YouTube, or go to our webpage, twainhartbiblechurch.org. Right on the main page, there will be a link, something that will catch your eye that says sign up for small groups. And all the sign up will be is just, I'm interested in being in a small group, and then you'll fill in your contact information. There might be a spot for what night of the week is best for you. We haven't finalized that detail yet. That information will go to Byron and Christy, who oversee our small groups, and they will do their best to get you connected in a small group that can meet at the church following a whole whack of guidelines starting next week. So that is our intention. The way they've designed things is that this new set of protocols are in place for 3 weeks, and then they will reevaluate. And so our belief at this point is that we will attempt to meet in small groups for these 3 weeks, and then we will evaluate after that based on what the health departments and the counties and everybody else in the states have said, and determine what would be best course of action for after that. So for the next 3 weeks, we're hoping to meet in small groups. We encourage you to participate, to join in one, and we look forward to that. And I'm going to come and join some of those and see you there, at least in an oversight capacity, and it will be splendid to do so. If you have any questions, as always, don't hesitate to contact us, call us. Thank you so much for many. I know that you are praying for us as we try to lead through these challenging circumstances and make these decisions. It is our desire to just continue to grow as a church and to honor God. A special thank you from the Janess Park families who have felt so very blessed and are so grateful for the love and care that you've shown them. Some of them have already made some decisions about where they're going to end up. Some of them have not yet. So keep praying for them, keep loving and encouraging them, and our hearts are with them so very much. And so once again, join a small group. We'll start that next week, and you can always contact the church, contact the office if there's something that we can do to help you. Love you so much. God bless you. Until we meet again.